runway 8, clear to land.
Runway 8, clear to land on flight 2120.
Spokane approach, jet box 699 Mike Delta, with you through 14,000.
Jet box 699 Mike Delta, descending Eastbound.
Delta 699 Mike Delta, we'd like to plan the V1 to report.
Jet box 9 Mike Delta, registered ready, hydrate.
Jet box 699 Mike Delta.
Jet box 9 Mike Delta, basic conference program reported at 110.
Well, maybe we won't need it. We'll see. That's on 1988, contact Sergeant Cadet.
Yeah, we're switching every day. Afternoon departure Empire 1988, airborne on a 4.4 climb at 6,120.
Empire 1988, Spokane, departure with our contact, runway 200 and going Victor 444, climb and maintain 12000.
Alright, 200, join Victor 444 and 12000 from 1988.
1996, Spokane, Tower. Zebra 6, ground. Zebra 13, thanks. Proceed as requested. Top 7 right, proceed as requested. Flight 1970, Spokane ground, hold short, taxiway golf. Flight 1996, Spokane Tower, runway 8, line up and wait. Flight 1996, continue to hold in position on departure, turn right heading 210. Flight 2120, select golf, contact ground, point 9er today. 1970, runway 8, taxi via golf, hold short of golf 3 for opposite direction traffic.
Empire 1988, contact Seattle Center, 123.9
2395, I'm Chevy.
Zebra 13, thank you.
21.5 for 13,000 with uniform.
Take off.
Approach 10.2 right, exit the descend and maintain 7,000.
10 right, down to 7,000, forward to Victor Papa.
Flight 2120, and you're parking on this side today, you need to go over to the other side. 2120. And flight 1970, continue taxi via Golf Charlie, cross runway 3 at Charlie.
Connected to PilotEdge.
And flight 2120, traffic ahead to your right, beach 1900 southbound on Golf, just pass behind them and you can continue taxi. 96, contact Metro, good day.
Well, departure on flight 96, good day.
It's all randomized. Delta is now out from paper, typewriter, that's 6,700. Clear URT at 702, URT
Perfect, 2 float. Cross typewriter, 6,700, 699, my second. 2000, 12,000, flight 96. Straight in from Hyper, thank you.
Alaska 681 Spokane clear. Clear to the Seattle Airport, the Spokane 6 departure. Minus 5, maintain 6,000. Park frequency of 123.75, squawk 4771.
Putting 340.
340 on the heading.
Good old Spokane. I just purchased this a couple days ago. I flew into it. I'm going to fly out of it now. I'm going to go from Spokane to Boise, Idaho. We are flying cargo. Alright, so I've done all that. What I need to do, I'm going to do 8 pallets, 6,200 pounds, oops, cargo, 23 pounds of fuel, 282.6. That matches SimBrief, so I'll do load. 6 flights.
Attention all flight attendants, doors automatic.
Alright, doors auto. do FMC, current Eric, position in it. We are at KEGEG rather. That's close enough. Bottles are up, that's to the left. We're good there. Brake is on. Turn on hydro. Boise's altitude 5355. Let's go ahead and file the flight plan. PilotEdge. So we are aircraft code B763. We're Slant Lima. We're FedEx 3171. We're going to go up to 31,000. No one cares about an alternate. No remarks. File. Screen will come back in a second. All right, so ATIS. I don't know. What is ATIS here? $124.32.
Hotel 2153 Zulu. Wind 020 at 8. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 2,500. 5,000 scattered. Ceiling 9,500 broken. Temperature 7. Dew point -2. Altimeter 3008. Arriving and departing runways 38. Visual approaches in use. AFR departures, contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise initial contact. You have information. Hotel Spokane.
127.55. 127.55 is clearance. Ground control is 121.90. So altimeter is 3008.
Number 2 Sierra Papa, turn left heading 330.
And I need to also bring up my FedEx A cars and get credit for this.
Number 2 Sierra Papa, continue left turn heading 290.
November 2 Sierra Papa, fly heading 290.
Spokane to BOI in a 763. Alright, so FedEx is ready.
Star check 243, roger.
Afternoon, Spokane clearance, FedEx 3171 heavy at cargo with hotel, IFR Boise.
FedEx 3171 heavy, Spokane clearance, clear the Boise Airport. Spokane 6 departure, radar vectors to join Victor 253. FedEx filed, climb and maintain 12,000. Expect flight level 310, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 123.75. Squawk 6412.
Cleared to Boise via the Spokane 6 departure. Radar vector is Victor 253, then is filed. Gonna maintain 12,000. Expect flight level 310, 10 minutes after departure. Departure 123.75, squawk 6412, FedEx 3171 heavy.
FedEx 3171 heavy, read back is correct. Expect runway 3.
And plan for 3, FedEx 3171 heavy, thanks. Alright, so we're filled up on fuel. So I'm going to come to desktop and bring up my smart cars. It's the FedEx A cars for virtual airline FedEx.
Sky 2 Sierra Papa, 6 miles from Aries. Turn right heading 320. Maintain 7,500 until established. On the final approach course, clear the RNAV runway 35 approach to front range. No separation services will be provided during the approach and maintain VFR at all times.
Cargo's 84,600 pounds. We're flying at flight level 310. And we'll start. That will give me the credit, and now we'll worry about entering a flight plan into this. Alright, so I'm just going to do it manually. Well, you know what? It'd be easier. I'm going to download a company route. So that'd be FLP, save file, download, cut, desktop, 763 flight. That's okay. GEG. So that way it will show. So now we can go to route.
Star Trek 243, contact Albuquerque Center, 124.32, correction, 128.45, 2845.
Loaded, so we do FedEx 3171. It's actually 3171.
Number 2 Sierra Papa, shows your 500 low coming into Aries.
Let's do activate, execute, let's do departure 3, Spokane 6, legs, route.
Star Trek 243, Albuquerque Center, Roger, Chandler
Belt
altimeter 2971.
From collar, we're going to do the ILS. I think there's a ILS Cat 3, 10 right. And is that a full approach? Is it from Jimmy? Dialing? Nope. Legs. DNG. Alright. So what I have here, Spokane Victor 253.
And number 1720 Sierra Papa, I'm not sure that you can fly that approach without entering into the Bravo airspace. So clear to the Denver Bravo airspace on the RNAV runway 35 approach.
To DNJ.
Got no traffic observed between you and front range at this time. I'm going to keep you with me for the time being just because of the Class B airspace. Once you clear the Bravo, then I'll terminate you at that point.
Let me go to collar, because that's where the star is.
Number 2 Sierra Pop is cleared into the Denver Bravo airspace.
Actually, I'll check that out afterward. Alright, so we got, there's no more discos. So that should go all the way down to Camille and then Dylan, I think. DNJ. Collar, Scana, Beltway.
Number 2 Sierra Papa is cleared of the Bravo now. Our radar services are terminated. Squawk and maintain VFR. Frequency change approved.
Libby's the, oh. I can probably do from Jimmy. Libby is 67, so that's right. Want to init page. We're doing
Calling front range still on Denver Bridge.
So fuel is bumped up 23. Fuel reserved. Let's do 4.3. I'm gonna do 0 fuel weight, 4.3, 0 fuel weight. Cost index, we're gonna go to 310. Do route 03. Go takeoff. 5 flaps, CG 3.8. So I'll back that up to just under 4. I'm gonna derate this to 50. Winds 030 at 8. Temperature 7 Celsius. If I can get that to go in there. And then we'll do speed on. Bump that up to 200. Alright. That's done, except I need to check the altitude restrictions, mainly on the star. So let me get the airport pulled up. BOI. And it'll be an arrival. Beltway 3. We're gonna go from collar, right? Alright, so here's collar. Above 15,000, so that's fine. Beltway is 250, that's correct. And then Christie 230 above 81. 67 at Libby at 210 knots, that's right. Kamal is Actually, Libby is the last runway. I mean, last waypoint, landing on the 10s, which is what we're doing. If we go the other way, then we'll have this to complete it. Otherwise, that's fine. So we're good now. We can close all that. And I'll brief this flight real quick, and then I'll shut down Firefox. So real quick, like, we are here. We're gonna take off runway 3, which means we're gonna be on a heading of 030. We're gonna maintain 6,000 or assigned higher altitude, and he gave me 12,000. So we can disregard that 6,000. We're gonna go all the way up to 12,000. This is what it looks like. So we're gonna 030. We're gonna climb to 12,000, and we'll come down from Collar. We'll stop at Libby, and then we'll get radar vectors for probably visual 10 right. So that's essentially what it looks like, and we'll come down 10 right. And where is cargo? I don't know. I'll figure out where the cargo is. Oh, here it is. So we're gonna have to do a we'll exit right and come back. So all right. So now let's come to this autopilot. Put the VORs to auto. Flight directors on. We can go up to 12,000. And 030. Put on heading mode. Bring this up to 205. All right. Let's put this on engine mode. Turn on the fuel pumps. No fuel in the center tank, so we don't need center pumps, just wing pumps. Turn on the beacon. Get ready to light the fires. Going to use the high pressure unit to start the actual engine. So we go to engine 2, ground. Wait till we get oil pressure showing, and then we'll add fuel. There's the oil pressure, fuel's added. Might as well switch to ground before I forget. 118.3 is tower. There's 20. Start number 1. Gonna wait for oil pressure to show. There it is. That way you don't get a hot start. You don't want to add fuel too early, and you also don't want to wait too long. Wait till both of these are at least 20 before you turn on or rely on the gens.
Star Trek 243, contact Phoenix approach 124.9er. Star Trek 243, Phoenix approach, roger, Chandler, altimeter 2971, advise any other weather stay request.
Gens on, disconnect external power. We can now remove all those, turn off the isolation valves, which are only needed to start the engine.
Star Trek 243, Chandler's non-towered, so if you're going to go visual, I'll just get you to the airport. Runway's up to you. Roger.
And let's back out. Let's see if it will do that.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
1719 information, go back requesting IFR to Sacramento.
Ground to cockpit.
I think it was Southwest 1719, Portland clearance on request.
Flaps 5 for takeoff. Your brakes work. Spoilers.
Southwest 1719, Portland clearance is cleared to the Sacramento Capital Airport. Herman's 5 departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain 7,000. Departure frequency 118.42, squawk 2770. Southwest 17, clear to Sacramento, Herman's 5 departure as filed, maintain 7,000. Departures on 118.42, squawk 2770. Southwest 1719, read back correct.
So connected and bypass been inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback.
Alright, while that's doing that, we can do brakes RTO. We'll arm the spoilers for rejected takeoff. Good on fluids. Let's bring up terrain. Cargo heats can come on. Oh, I see. Cargo's by the terminal. Okay, so we do exit left at Boise. I'll show you where it's at. It's right here. That's where the cargo. Alright, we're gonna squawk 6412. Squawk Charlie.
Subject 243, turn right heading 220
Altitude
vectors, Chandler Airport,
flight
maintain
following is
4000.
requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information hotel. Spokane
Alright, still hotel. I guess it's done pushing me back, I don't know. So nothing's changed weather-wise. Showing 3006. That's 2 off, that's fine. Oh, it's not going to push back because of those things, that's why. Alright, so hit the brake and see if I can stop the pushback.
Subject 243 is clear direct channel. Chandler Airport is going to maintain 3000. Report when you have the same.
Why is it not?
Star Trek 243 is clear to visual approach into Chandler. I've got no traffic observed between you and the field. Your radar services are terminated. Cancel. Report cancellation of IFR while in the air on this frequency. You cancel on the ground within 5 minutes. Landing on 122.2. Frequency change approved. Star Trek 243 IFR cancellation. Receive squawk and maintain VFR. Frequency change approved.
So now it won't. You gotta be kidding me.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
I guess it didn't like
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
setting the auto brakes for some weird reason. It's weird. Anyway, it worked out, so that's all that matters.
Tow is disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Alright. Now RTO. Now taxi lights. Spokane ground, FedEx 3171 heavy at cargo with hotel rated taxi. It's hotel. Yeah, it's
FedEx
hotel.
3171 heavy, Spokane ground, runway 3, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 8 at Alpha.
Runway 3 via Alpha, cross runway 8 at Alpha. FedEx 3171 heavy.
Yakima Tower, TBM 326 Mike Charlie, 10 miles to the north with the weather, full stop.
I'm gonna come out here and make a right turn.
TBM 326 Mike Charlie, just confirm you have the ATIS, and it'll be runway 27, report 3 miles.
We got Kilo, report 3 miles for 6 Mike Charlie.
Or 6 Mike Charlie, from which direction are you approaching?
We're approaching from the north.
Roger.
Let's see if I cleared it. Oh, I did. It's like driving an 18-wheeler up in here.
Number 6 Mike Charlie, have you in sight. Just go to right base, join a right base, runway 27, cleared to land, wind calm.
Right base 27, clear to land, 27, clear to land, 6 Mike Charlie.
At 30 knots is pretty much the speed limit for long taxiways. We're doing 31. Alright, here's runway 8. Crossing over that. Should be a windsock up here on the in between this next taxiway and the end of the runway. Yep, there's the windsock. The winds are pretty much right down the runway. So that'll work. If I was in a GA airplane, this is where you would do your run-up. So that way you don't get in the way of turbojets. The first stop bar is an ILS stop bar, so you don't actually need to stop at that one. I've never seen anywhere where they simulate ILS being used as a stop bar. So we stop at the normal stop bars. So we're holding short runway 3. So I'll switch to tower. Departures with Spokane.
6 Mike Charlie,
12375.
stay on this frequency, taxi ramp via Alpha.
This frequency taxis to the ramp via Alpha, 6 Mike Charlie.
Landing lights, strobes are on. Strobes are hard to see, but they're on.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff.
Gonna rotate about 160 or so. Spokane Tower FedEx 3171 Heavy, holding short, runway 3.
FedEx 3171 Heavy, Spokane Tower, runway 3, cleared for takeoff, wind 020 at 8.
Runway 3, clear for takeoff, FedEx 3171 Heavy. Alright. Let's go. Let's go. Runway is identified. Bring power up 50%. Engines are stable. So you go full power. And like I said, about 160 knots, we'll rotate. $140, 150, and rotate. Positive right, gear up.
FedEx 3171 Heavy, contact departure.
Over to departure, FedEx 3171 Heavy. Spokane departure, FedEx 3171 Heavy, 4,900 for 12,000.
FedEx 3171 Heavy, Spokane departure, radar contact.
Alright, so we can undo that. And let's increase this to about 230 knots.
FedEx 3171 Heavy, turn right heading 150, when able, clear direct Pullman VOR, resume on navigation.
Right turn heading 150, when able, clear direct Pullman VOR, resume on navigation, FedEx 3171 Heavy. I have no idea what the Pullman VOR is. It must be DNJ. No. Let me check my flight plan. Go up to 250 knots. So Pullman.
FedEx 3171 Heavy, contact Seattle Center 125.1.
Seattle Center 125.1, FedEx 3171 Heavy. Alright, 125.1. Alright, so when you go to center, I'm going to switch that over to primary. You don't need to say heavy when you're in the centers. Seattle Center, FedEx 3171, 9,200 for 12,000.
FedEx 3171 Seattle Center, climb and maintain flight level 310.
Climb maintain flight level 310, FedEx 3171. So you don't have to, alright, so I'm assuming PUW is, yeah. So let's do PUW, right? So direct to PUW, and we'll execute legs PUW. To LNAV. And we increase our speed to 290 now. We're above 10,000 feet. Landing lights can come off. Taxi lights can come off. Flaps are up, gear is up. Cabin pressure is climbing, differential rate's fine. Alright, so the only thing left to do is switch the altimeter to standard. We're going up unrestricted to flight level 310. Turn off the terrain. See if I can do 310 knots. This is a powerful, powerful engines. And I'm not too terribly heavy. Hauling 84,600 pounds of cargo, so it's not very heavy. Look, I just got pallets. Just that, 8 pallets, so it's not bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, our aircraft continues to fly. We would like to remind you that all flights of our airline are non-smoking. For your safety, the lavatories have been equipped.
Seatbelts are on auto.
Damaging or disconnecting the smoke detectors is strictly prohibited. On the overhead panel you will find the personal lamp, air conditioner, and a flight attendant button. The lavatory for the business class passengers are located in the front of the airplane.
Okay, transition altitude is flight level 180. So your reset altimeters to standard pressure, which is 29.92. Same thing with your backup. climb full speed ahead, but first has to increase the speed and then it will climb. Which should be, it's going to stabilize around 2,200. Alright, so let's, we're at 163 on the heading, so that's right. Definitely some cloud cover around Washington today. Alright. So I'll do a backup flight plan before caller. Let me see where that's at. Yeah, in case the runways change, I'll have a backup. Not too many planes that can climb at 2,000 or almost 3,000 feet per minute at 26,000 feet. I mean, this is a powerful plane. I wish there was a way to like put these on for noise canceling. Weather update. That's why I did that. Alright, so ATIS for Boise. They're still landing on the 10s. Boise's ATIS is 123.9er. So when we get close, we'll have that ready to go. Looking at all these videos of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and then comparing these clouds with all the videos I've seen today, this is pretty depressing. It's good for today's standards, but 2020 is another day coming for flight simming. Should be topping out at 31,000. Alright, We are at cruise.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, and you may now move about the cabin. However, we always recommend to keep your seatbelt fastened while you're seated. You may now turn on your electronic devices, such as calculators, CD players and laptop computers.
Alright, so currently we have 76 miles to our top of descent. So 23:15. So we got a few minutes. Can really push that out. You see the top of descent right here. And then that's our star. I don't... Did I put in a... Yeah, I did put in a runway. 10 right. Let's do a second flight plan now. So let's do route 2. Do company route. And then we can do arrivals. Index. LA3 from caller, and in case the wind shifts, I'll get flight plan 2
Southwest 1719.
for
Portland
the
ground push on Dago's approved.
other
Expect runway 10 left at Echo.
direction, and that would be 28 left. Oh, looks like 28 right, so I'll just set it for 28 right. I'm not gonna worry about that. So legs for route 2. Let's see if there's discos. Yep. Alright, so this is route 2's legs. So we can verify that it will continue this way. That's what we need to verify. Hey Ginnigans. I figured I would stream. I usually do a second flight, but I want to upload this plane to my new YouTube channel, which is Chase 1399 Aviation. So I usually do 2 flights anyway. I just don't usually stream the second one, but usually because I'm too tired. But I'm feeling okay today, so I figured I'd stream this one into Boise. So right now I'm just making sure these waypoints are accurate. So where are we coming up to? So let's say I just want to delete everything to caller really. So I can do delete that, delete that, delete that. This is route 2. So it would be caller Beltway 10-5. Curry or whatever. And then Kamel. And then Dylan, and then vectors for the 2-8. So that's correct. So I can go back to Route 1, and we can go to progress, and we got 30 miles to our top of descent.
Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Foxtrot. Boise Air Terminal, ATIS information Foxtrot. 2253 Zulu. Wind 300 at 4. Visibility 10. Ceiling 9,000 broken. 12,000 broken. Temperature 13. Dew point -3. Altimeter 2992. Arriving and departing runways 10 left. Visual approaches in use. ILS runway 10 right approach in use. VFR departures, contacts, clearance, delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Foxtrot.
So the 1719 runway 10 left taxi via, correction, 10 left Echo taxi via Tango, Kilo, Echo.
Okay, so it's the ILS Yankee, sorry, ILS Yankee 10 right approach. So that will be the one that I will request, and I think it's called Big Sky. Yankee 10 right. Big Sky approach 119.6. So I can let's put that on backup 119.6. So there's no Sala, there's no Jimmy, so minimums it's 200. I already have that set. Got 8 miles. Seattle Center, FedEx 3171, request lower.
FedEx 3171, contact Salt Lake Center 133.25.
Salt Lake Center 133.25, FedEx 3171. 133. 25. Salt Lake Center, FedEx 3171, flight level 310.
FedEx 3171, Salt Lake City Center, roger, descend via the Butte 3 arrival. Runway 10 left transition, altimeter 2992.
Descend via the Beltway 3 arrival. 10 left transition, 2992, FedEx 3171. I probably said that wrong, that's okay. Alright, so we are now...
So the 1719 Portland Tower, runway 10 left at Echo, clear for takeoff.
Descending, and what is the minimum descent? So that's not it. So our last waypoint is Libby at 67. So we can go down to 67. And it will take care of itself that way. See what the speeds are. I think it does slow me down. Yeah, 210 by Libby, so that's fine. You need to work on your arrivals? You mean like your stars? Seat belts on auto.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Started our descent.
Remind you that use of all electronic devices during descent and landing is prohibited as it may interfere with the navigational equipment. Thank you.
Alright, ILS for 10 right is 111.1. And it's 102.
FedEx 17, correction, Southwest 1719, contact departure.
Well, you really don't have to worry about your arrivals into Bravos if you're on an IFR, because if you're on an IFR flight plan like I am,
FedEx 1719,
then
departure at a contact time of 5000.
Everything is automatic. Like your approval into a Bravo or a Charlie airspace, it's always assumed that you have permission to enter because you're on an IFR. VFR is totally different. You need permission to enter Bravo. But if you're on an IFR plan, there is no getting permission to enter a Bravo or a Charlie. The only thing you have to get permission is to fly in an approach. So I have it set for 6,700 because until he clears me to fly the approach, I have to maintain what the star says. So the star says our last heading will be 103, right? No. Our last waypoint is this one. So this heading is the last heading that we'll be on, and I have to maintain 6,700. Oh, to meet the restrictions, or yeah, the restrictions, speed restrictions, altitude restrictions, and all that, it's really dependent upon the FMC, how good your FMC is. And that is my primary reason for my Airbus, the Flight Factor Airbus. It's unmatched. I mean, this plane is not very good. I gotta really keep an eye on these altitude restrictions. The Airbus, whatever you program, it will hit it right on the money. So the Airbus, you never have to worry about it. With this one, you kind of have to keep an eye on things as you descend. It's a lot better than it used to be, but it's still not great. So on my laptop, I'm watching the flight and I'm looking at the altitudes.
Seattle Center, good afternoon, Southwest 1719 out of 9,500
check,
for 15,000.
to make sure that we're within these restraints.
Seattle Center, I'm going to maintain flight level 340.
So you're right in that regard, but if you use the Airbus A320, once you verify everything is correct in the McDo, the plane's going to hit those restrictions and you won't have to worry about it. You know, and I flew the Zebo, but you don't see me flying it anymore, and it's because of that. And I don't fly this plane that often because it's not the best when it comes to these restrictions. But that's why I don't fly the Zebo, because I have it, but it just does not do very well on VNAV. It's fine on LNAV. I mean, just about anything is. But the VNAV is just not that great on the Zebo. But all the stuff that comes with the Zebo is awesome for free. You know what I mean? Or a donation. But it's just not it's just not that great. So I'd rather, you know, fly my $80 Airbus than the free Zebo, because I don't, when you fly online like we do, you don't want to have to worry about, is my plane meeting the altitude restrictions? I'd rather just worry about the ATC stuff. Of course, with this plane, I have to worry about it a little bit more, but actually the altimeter is 29.92, so. And with this plane, if you want to maintain the VNAV, if you want to slow down, you can. You just have to press this button, and the Zebo might be like that. I don't remember how the Zebo is, but this plane is really finicky. But the Zebo is awesome. I'm just more of an Airbus. I'm not even an Airbus fan. Like I'm not an Airbus over Boeing guy. I'm just a simulation. The simulation is just way better on the Airbus 320 compared to anything else I've flown with an FMC. All right. 119.6. Get that ready. Fuel's fine. Everything's balanced. We have to be above 15,000 feet at collar. We're 1 mile away, so that's fine. That's working. We're in the clouds. It's not really icing. We're at 0.9 TAT. Anything less than 10 could cause icing, but it's okay. See, now it went up to 10. On the ground, it's 55. So the lower I get, the warmer it will get, so I don't have to worry about icing. You're a Boeing guy, but I wouldn't mind having the Airbus. Maybe next year, need to spend money on a PC. Yeah, if you don't want to have to worry about the restrictions, then that A320 is your best bet. I literally, like, I program it, and very rare do I make sure it's hitting the marks, because it's kind of like program and forget. I mean, it's really that accurate. Boeings are cool in the sense that I think there's more things to play with. You know, there's more buttons, and there's just more things to do. The Airbus is way more automated than a Boeing is.
ILS runway 10 right approach in use. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Foxtrot. Boise Air Terminal 8.
Yeah, I've been watching those videos. I watch Frugal's.
FedEx 31, contact Big Sky Approach 119.6.
Big Sky Approach 119.6, FedEx 3171, see ya. What do you, the ATIS that was Foxtrot, right? And I'm on 119.6, above 10,000. Big Sky Approach, FedEx 3171 Heavy, descending via the Beltway 3 arrival, 10 transition, leaving 10,500 current with Foxtrot, request ILS 10 right approach. But yeah, I've been watching those videos today.
FedEx 3171 Heavy, Sky Approach Roger. You looking for the Zulu or the Yankee? There's two of them.
Oh, that's right. The ILS Yankee 10 right approach unit, or FedEx 3171 Heavy.
FedEx 3171 Heavy, Roger. Expect that.
Expect that. Okay.
Start at 243, time 232, 3/4, release to departure. Clearance is wide up and off in 5 minutes, frequency change approved.
But yeah, I've seen Frugal's video. I've read two articles. It just looks insane. It's really, really awesome looking. I mean, the technology, it's definitely the next gen sim, and everybody's excited about that, that's for sure. I personally won't get it. I personally won't get it until they have ATC, like a client for either VATSIM or PilotEdge. As soon as they have one of them available, then I'll buy it. So I'm not going to be a beta tester for it. I don't have any interest in that. And I won't even get it at launch if there's no support for ATC. Because for me, the enjoyment is the ATC and the airplanes. But without the ATC, you know, it's just a pretty sim, but flying around without ATC to me would be very boring. So I'm just going to wait till until there's a client made for it, which won't take too long. All right, so let's turn on some lights. But I mean, the sim looks just stunning. Like, I don't even have words for how good it looks. Did you watch Frugal's at all? Oh, Keith didn't say the words because he's under NDA, but it seems like he is working on a PilotEdge client already. Yeah, I mean, everything I've read and seen, you know, they invited all the important people and all the developers to include. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that Keith would be there for that meeting they had in Renton this past weekend or week. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, if
FedEx 3171 Heavy, turn of right hand, 200, descend main 5,000 vectors, final approach course.
Right turn heading 200 vectors for final approach course, descend maintain 5,000, FedEx 3171 Heavy.
Phoenix approach, start check 243 is 4,200, climbing flight level 190.
Start check 243 Phoenix, departure right in.
Stand by on the ident for start check 243.
ILS is alive.
Structure 243, observed incorrect squawk. Ensure, check the transponder. It should be 3075.
Auto brake.
Oh, wrote it down wrong. 3075 for Star Trek 243.
Star Trek 243 was good. I only heard 30, then I didn't hear anything else after that. It should be 3075, 3075.
Alright, 3075 and ident, Star Trek 243.
Star Trek 243 to contact 15 southwest of Willie.
Arm the spoilers.
Position checks for Star Trek 243.
Landing gear down.
2500.
But yeah, I mean, if Keith, or when they come out with the PilotEdge client, then that's going to be an automatic purchase. Like gonna slow down on buying scenery, and I'm certainly not going to buy any more ortho from Orbix. Not that it's bad. I mean, it's really good, but why spend the money on a sim that I might not be flying that much?
FedEx 3171 heavy, fitting 130, intercept 10 right, localizer, track inbound.
Left turn, heading 130. Join the 10 right, localizer, inbound, FedEx 3171 heavy.
FedEx 3171 heavy is 8 miles to Sitsi, maintain 5,000 till established cleared ILS, run 0 right approach.
Maintain 5,000 till established on localizer, cleared ILS, 10 right approach, FedEx 3171 heavy.
Star Trek 243, type Albuquerque Center 134.32.
3432, Star Trek 243.
Star Trek 243, Albuquerque Center, I maintain flight level 300. FedEx 3121 heavy, contact Boise Tower 118.1.
Boise Tower 118.1, FedEx 3171 heavy. 118.1. Slow this down to 160. Boise Tower, FedEx 3171 heavy. On the localizer 10 right.
FedEx 3171 heavy, Boise Tower, runway 10 right, clear to land, the wind is 310 at 4.
10 right, clear to land, FedEx 3171 heavy.
November 89 Eric Whiskey, Salt Lake Center, go to the Spokane Airport as filed. Climb and maintain flight level 230, departure frequency 133.25.
Pretty much all the way down the end of the runway. Go left turn onto maybe Charlie to cargo, which is on the north side. You're watching the 30-minute 4K clip they put out. I think Frugal was running it in the background. Yeah, that's the one I was watching with Frugal's video. It's incredible. Yeah, as soon as... It's like, I don't even want to buy... I'm not going to buy any more ortho. You know what I mean? that's annoying.
Terrain, pull up. 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 Terrain,
40,
pull
40,
up.
30, 30, 20, 20, 10, 10.
Doesn't get any better than that, right? Jeez. It's almost like it didn't register I landed. Think I can maybe stop here at Delta then. Boise Tower, FedEx 3171 Heavy. Look for cargo, one straight ahead.
FedEx 3171 Heavy, taxi to parking via Delta, cross runway 10 left at Delta.
Parking via Delta, cross 10 left at Delta, FedEx 3171 Heavy. We'll see ya. Alright, so, auto brakes off. Spuller's unarmed. APU is on, blades are good. Big 7.6 like I'm flying. I wonder if it puts in airplanes that are similar to what you fly. That would make sense if it did, but probably not. It's probably just random. Alright, we can turn off these taxi lights now. Seatbelts off. Terrain radar is off. Fuel cutoff. can't watch anymore. It's making me mad at X-Plane. Right. I know, it's like, it's just a whole new level of, I mean, it's just, I can't even imagine the amount of work that goes into building something like that. So, you know, from what I gather, it's like a third-party company that came up with the world, and then they got together with Microsoft and they formed a partnership. So the people that have the Earth, the world, and the weather, that's like one entity, and then you have Microsoft that comes in with their airplane stuff. So you have these two companies that are building this flight sim,
Disconnected.
and it's just amazing. Sign off there, sign off line. Complete there. And I'll do a replay here in a second. I like this new flyby version on the landings. I didn't start doing it until I think it was you that told me to do this. It's pretty fun. I wish there was more smoke when you landed. They have the particle effect. You know what I mean? They have the particle effect, so why don't they have smoky tires when you land? That would be kind of cool. You know, do some flying with your eyes closed on X-Plane. Yeah. All right, buddy. We'll see you tomorrow. You have a good night. Thanks.
Negative, 402 Romeo negative, that was for a helicopter down to the southeast. Wolf, 6 Lima Foxtrot, contact Big Sky, 119.6. 119.6, 6 Lima Fox.
Stationary 8646 Quebec, contact Salt Lake Center, 128.05.
I'm sorry, ma'am, one more time for the frequency.
446 Quebec, Salt Lake Center, 128.05, 2805.
Wolf, 6 Lima Fox.
Lima Foxtrot, Big Sky approach, flighting 180 vector traffic.
180, 6 Lima Fox.
Southwest 5232's approaching DICAC for the RNAV Zulu to the right.
Southwest 5232, Boise Tower, roger, runway 28 right, continue.
All right, continue, 5232.
Well, 6 Lima Foxtrot, traffic south-southwest, 6 miles northeastbound, Boeing 737, 6,600 on course once you clear his flight path.
Southwest 5232, just so you know, they're there traffic ahead of you and to your left, about your 11 o'clock, 3 miles to the helicopter southeast bound at 3,700.
And we'll be inbound for an approach.
799, clear direct roar, just hopping over some traffic.
Got 737 inside.
799.
6 Lima Foxtrot, roger.
So 799, contact Salt Lake Center 118.05.
1805, Southwest 799.
Wolf 6 Lima Foxtrot, cautionary turbulence, resume my navigation.
Turn right, taxiway Golf, contact ground point 7 off runway, good day.
Turn Golf, and then we'll switch to ground to go 6708.
This 12 Romeo, contact departure, good day.
Departure 12 Romeo.
Southwest 5232, runway 2 at right, clear to land, wind 30010.